need right now, Christine, is some more rain.
As they face that threat, the community coming together to clean up, but also to help in any way that they can. WXI 12's Kenny Beck joins us live from Mount Airy once again.
Yeah, Kenny, what have you seen out there tonight so far?
Well, we are just off of the intersection of Pine and Riverside, and this is the most action, the most normal that this usually busy intersection has seen since we got here. That is because the Pine Street Bridge, which is, maybe a few hundred or so feet in that direction, just reopened. That was about 15 minutes ago. So a little bit of a sign of normalcy here, but a lot of businesses, particularly along Pine, have spent the day, rather than greeting customers and making a living, they have been sweeping things out and quite literally throwing things away, throwing things in giant dumpsters. And it is sad. It does break your heart. Thankfully, throughout all of this, roughly 6 inches of rain in parts of Mount Airy, upwards of a foot in portions of eastern Surry County, in Stokes County, and in parts of Virginia. No confirmed fatalities, no serious injuries either, but plenty of damage to businesses, including one that's just across the street from us here. This is a business that shared its surveillance video with us. They are known as Lux Tan, which is right on East Pine. Have a look at this. So the owner says the watermark on their wall is almost 4 feet up. Tanning beds are filled with mud. None of their equipment works. It appears at this point to be a total loss. The owner says it feels like starting this business all over again, and this is a business that just got off the ground. They opened up roughly 3 months ago. That will most certainly break your heart, as will some of the other images from in and around the town. We want to show you footage now from Indian Grove Church. That is also in Mount Airy. There is a bridge right along Indian Grove Road that is blocked because, as you can see, parts of the road are buckled. Parts of the road also entered into a creek. Pieces of concrete have dropped in. Just one of the many roads that are blocked off and likely will be for some time. Not all of them are as easy to patch and repair as the Pine Street Bridge, just a short little bit from where we are. So the situation there, not very good. Damage to some of these businesses in the tens of thousands of dollars, if not more than that. One of the worst places, though, if you can put a dollar amount on it, occurs, ironically enough, at the city's Public Works office. Kara Peters spent a good part of her day there looking at how bad it is and speaking with people directly involved.
It has been around the clock cleanup here in Mount Airy. I've been spending a lot of time here at the Public Works office, where the mayor tells me that dozens of city vehicles are either a total loss or need major repairs following that historical flooding. We've seen water lines just inches away from the window. Many crews spent the day cleaning out the muddy waters and sludge from the garage and really trying to figure out what vehicles are still able to operate. In fact, he tells me one vehicle only had 25 miles on it, but that is now a complete loss. He's thankful that no one was injured or killed as a result of these floods, and he thanks the community for being patient and resilient during this time. In Surry County, I'm Kara Peters for WXII 12 News.
Now, we are set up right now in the parking lot of a gas station and convenience store, which is badly damaged. I posted pictures of that earlier on my social media. I was speaking with the owner earlier. He said, one of the problems with a situation like this is the stigma after the fact. People know, oh, that's one of the businesses that flooded. That's the gas station that flooded. He wants to reassure people they will go through a rigorous process of making sure that all the pumps are clean, replacing what needs to be replaced, and inspecting things before they open back up again so people can be assured that whatever they are getting is safe and clean to use. One of the many, many challenges people here in Mount Airy, Surry County, and beyond are facing not even 48 hours after the rainfall stopped. We certainly hope tonight it does not fire back up again. We'll send it back inside to you.